Hello students, welcome to Unit 2. So this is my favorite time in the semester because I feel like I've really gotten to know a lot of you through your assignments and what you've decided to study, and from the feedback that you've been giving me on the course, which by the way, thank you. And so now I get to see how you present your information and hear how you talk about it. I'm just really excited to look at all of those. So expect those grades to come in short. I do want to take you through our new unit, which I opened up this morning. So if you come down here into Unit 2, you will see that we start off with the Plagiarism Blog. Yes, another discussion board, but this one you don't have to respond to each other. And while I'm talking about responses, the discussion board is open again. One of the quirks of D2L is you can't set a due date in the calendar without closing the discussion board, so that's why it was closed over the weekend. So don't panic, you guys have all week to do your responses. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm more than happy to work with you guys. Also, just don't panic in general. You can always text me or call me. Those are the fastest ways to get a hold of me, or if you email me, I will get back to you within 24 hours during the week and 48 hours over the weekend. So, yeah, let's look at what we've got going on. So we're going to talk a little bit about plagiarism, and here in the Plagiarism Blog, you'll see that there's a video. I also do a little video on plagiarism, so I'm going to link that in the announcement if you feel like you need more information about that. I'm more than happy to talk to you guys about it. Also, there are assignment details for this blog at this URL right here. If you have any questions, just let me know. At this point in the semester, we have finished, oh my gosh, so much stuff. So if you look at our calendar here under syllabus, calendar, and policies, we have finished the first third of the course, and we are now here in week 6. So you can look at the breakdown for the Unit 2 assignments. You can start looking at the informative paper and the source evaluation worksheets just to kind of look ahead. And then, as usual, I will be doing these announcements to guide you through the course content and talk a little bit about each particular part. So the informative research is something that I think you all will be a lot more comfortable with. It's a lot more of a traditional research paper. You're going to either stick with that topic that you chose during the reflection, or you're going to choose a new one. And either way is fine with me. Whatever you are interested in, whatever you want to learn more about, that's what I want you to write your paper on. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Also, for those of you who use the D2L notifications, the course schedule is entirely updated now, so it should show you how things are going to play out for the rest of the year. I've opened up all of the due dates, and I've opened up some of the activities just so you can kind of see what's going on, but I did leave that Unit 3 closed because it's a lot of information and I don't want you all to feel overwhelmed. If you do want more information, just let me know. I'm more than happy to open it up, but I leave that up to you guys. So let's look at the discussion. So here's the reflection speech. You'll have all of your responses in by Friday. And here is the plagiarism blog. And all you're going to do is answer these 3 questions and just answer them to the best of your ability. There is a rubric for this. So if you click on the plagiarism blog, you should be able to see that right here. And it kind of describes what I'm looking for. Did you cover the initial prompt? And I'm also counting grammar for this, but it's 10 points. So kind of try to take those seriously. For those of you who are not familiar, there is Paper Rater, which you can use. It's a plagiarism checker as well, but it kind of uses artificial intelligence to tell you how you can improve your writing. Or you can use Grammarly, which is another one. Grammarly is a little helpful. Personally, I think that Microsoft Word has a really good grammar and spell checker, so you can use that. There's also one called the Writer's Diet. That's a tool that I tend to use. Sometimes this one can be kind of confusing just because it's looking at a lot of different metrics. But those are all open to you. There's another one called, I think, Hemingway. I don't really like Hemingway as an author, but the editor is kind of cool. So you can use this one as well. So there are lots of different tools out there, and I will provide links to all of those in the announcement today as well. And I think that's a good way to kind of check yourself before you put something in and therefore wreck yourself. We have a plagiarism detector. We use it. I actually use a couple of different ones just to catch myself when I'm writing papers for grad school, or for anybody whose dissertation that I'm editing, I run those through, just because it becomes increasingly high stakes if you commit plagiarism. And even if you don't get caught, like now, if you make it a habit, then you're going to get caught one day. It's just one of those things. So I prefer better safe than sorry. I have too much anxiety to plagiarize anything. And also too much respect for other people in the academic community. And I think that's what this plagiarism blog is really about, is seeing what your personal reasons for the seriousness of plagiarism are and what the consequences are. Now, for the Delaware Tech plagiarism outline or guideline, I suppose, you will fail the assignment if you do it once, you fail the course if you do it twice, and then the third time you get kicked out of college. So it is significant. It's pretty, it's like the academic death penalty is what a lot of people in writing talk about. So just take this seriously. It is kind of a chance for you to breathe a little bit now that you're done with Unit 1. And then we're going to dive right into Unit 2. So if you want to look ahead at that, you're more than welcome to. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any feedback for me. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. So yeah, talk to you soon, and I will look forward to seeing all of your presentations.